This is a great event, and you can see it's packed, lots of vendors. Cloud is a super hot topic. We're not the only ones to discover that. But it's changing business and changing what kinds of companies can start and the economics of it, and it's changing the way that consumers consume things. And so it's a pretty fundamental shift, and there's a big turnout here, which is a function of that, I think. This morning there was a big thread around sort of how you combine machine learning and human abilities, and there's sort of the whole question of the limits of the algorithm. Everybody's obsessed with the algorithm and with data, and there's a conversation around sort of when data science becomes, sort of data intelligence, and how you take what humans can add to the party here. And I think that's pretty interesting, because one of the things that's fascinating about the cloud is how you have all this data, and what do you do with all this data? And and the use cases are kind of different sector by sector, so they'd be different in the automotive industry than they are in the car industry. And so you get to a point where you've got there's a set of technology questions, and then there's kind of a set of kind of human questions on top of that. So that's part of it. And then on the technology front, there's this whole technology stack that you need in order to have a cloud strategy. And part of what we talk about here is what goes in that stack, what's new, are there certain things that can replace things that are already in the stack, and this idea that everything sort of, the big shift is that you used to have all this hardware, right, that was expensive and it was clunky, and now everything's sort of a service, right? You just kind of rent space on stuff, and so it can be done kind of anywhere, and it can be done a lot cheaper. That's what Amazon is all about. The fact that AWS is all about renting space in the cloud to lots of small businesses, and so the cloud strategy, the IT strategy has really fundamentally changed, and we dissect sort of the annual, what's new in that and how that changes the calculation for companies' IT strategies. We had a couple of days ago, in the run-up to this conference, we had a great 4-part package about Hadoop, which is another one of those things that some people know and some people don't know, but it's an open source software project platform, and we had our guy who's been writing about this stuff for a long time kind of looked at the past, present, and future of this, and it's a really popular platform, and we sort of tried to do the definitive history of Hadoop, and there's a lot of conversation here about Hadoop, and so that kind of stuff's coming out of it. But I don't know if there's been scoops that have come out yet, although it's a 2-day event, so stay with us. There probably will be.